So I was just listening to some headphones. Steven doing a crypto song for somebody. I can't disclose anything yet. It is next level. It is fantastic. So having said that, you know, my woo-woo friend guy, dude, Richard, has been really telling us about, and he's been telling me for months now. I just didn't go right into it, but you know, doing videos all of a sudden. But he's like, I'm getting asteroids. This is not comet. This is asteroids. They're going to be coming in, and you know, they will probably break apart like a shock and blast. You know, they'll break apart, whatever. And again, I did a video about this several days ago, and I showed a couple of clips. One of them, big one, was breaking apart, and like, okay. And he said, as we get further along this year, you'll see a little bit more, until we're all saying, huh. He seems to think we're going to look up at the sky at one point and go, okay, now that's just something we all see, whatever that is. But here's another video from yesterday, actually. JC sent me this. Amber Kaufman. Guys, we just saw one of the craziest things we have ever seen in our lives, and I managed to capture some of it. A meteor for the ages. And yeah, meteor or piece of an asteroid, you know, and technically speaking, is a meteor theoretically part of some asteroid somewhere else? I don't even know the answer to that, but it doesn't matter. The bottom line is celestial things, whatever, outer space coming in. That, for all intents and purposes, are like a meteor, asteroid, whatever. So here's her. We don't really need the audio, or do we? Just in case.
What is that?
Oh my god!
You can hear their excitement.
What is that?
Oh my god!
Yeah, you know what they say, it's all fun and games until one of those things goes through your house or in your neighborhood and blows the whole area up. In all seriousness, he's been sounding the alarm. And I will say this, because Bitcoin Ben earlier this year is like, oh, I got an insider. I can't do the voice of Bitcoin Ben. I got an insider. He says later on this year there's going to be some kind of Nibiru planet thing, you know, all that stuff. Or maybe meteors, I think he may have mentioned. And I'm like, oh, here we go with Bitcoin Ben, another one of his sources. And I'm like, you know, some of those past sources haven't actually panned out. Maybe, just maybe, old Bitcoin Ben got something here. Got, some would say, grabbed a tiger by the tail. And who knows? But the bottom line is, it does appear stuff is happening, or more of these sightings. And here's the thing. How many of these could be happening in the middle of the night when you are sleeping? You know what I mean? Are there a bunch happening at night when you're sleeping, everyone's sleeping through it because it's nighttime? You know? So anyways, I think Richard and some other people are on to this. White Dove talked about this. I know that. Remote viewers, again, Dick Algar and them saw some type of major impact. It was pretty big from what they drew. And they thought, you know, this could be a missile strike. But initially it looked like, no, this is something coming from space. And that was instantly my thought when they drew it. So where is it at? Is it going to cause power outages somewhere? Is it going to cause a city to have to be massively repaired? You know, I don't know. But Woo Woo Dude had said to us the other day too, and he's been telling me this for a while. He goes, I believe we have humans have friends, quote unquote, air quotes, friends with highly advanced technology that can mitigate at least 90% of this. He goes, the question is, are they gonna do it? You know, for us. He goes, I'm leaning on, I think so. He goes, so if you're looking up at these things as they happen more and more, and you're going to see them happen more and more as we continue through this year, if you see them breaking apart, that's what you want to see. Or if there's a big one in space and you're supposed to be able to see this at night, oh, it broke apart. You'll notice there were two major comments or something that were earlier this year. Oh, by June you'll be able to see one. Oh, never mind, it blew apart. Okay. And he had told me too in advance, Joe, pay attention to those things. I think they're going to break apart. And if you search deep enough, you might be able to find, ooh, actually we shot them down and broke them apart in space. He goes, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to break apart. And sure enough, the first one did. And then we had a second one that's supposed to be visible by this month, right now, end of July. Naked eye at night. And, oh, no, it also got blown to pieces. Huh. So that's 2 blown to pieces. That, to me, is a good sign. Because I think somebody with highly advanced technology is helping us, according to Richard. So, does that mean some won't get through? Not necessarily. We can hope that that happens, and none get through, or they're so small it's no big deal. But again, I saw the remote viewing one of something big hitting, and I didn't take that as a missile. What I saw was like, no, I think that's a major, again, meteor or something coming down and causing some damage. So at any rate, again, you got to be prepared. I just bought 3 different types of soup right off of Amazon, and it let me buy like 9 or 10 cases of 12. And I did that 3 times, 3 different soups. I'll take 9 of those. I'll take 9, again, 9 times 12. 9 times 12 of those. 9 times 12 of those. And I think I'll go for a nice round 10 on those. Which actually I think was like tuna fish or some crap. Cans of tuna fish. I have storage, food storage. But it's very old. It should be okay, but again, what if there's a month of time where it's just, holy crap. And again, I want that damn RV. And I put a down payment on one, FYI. It's a about a 20 or so year old unit. Monaco makes it. I went and saw it. Woo dude said, Joe, the Patriot bus you wanted with the Constitution and the Eagle that you were going to take over to freaking Mount Rushmore, the guides told me to tell you stop. And I did. I was like, yeah, I remember. He goes, that was because you probably got the shit kicked out of your vehicle by these crazies. You're driving around with a freaking Constitution bus and the Eagle and Mount Rushmore where the big protest was. I'm like, yeah, and I get it. He goes, but they're telling me now, time for an RV, good move. And, oh, they're going to make sure you get a little extra crypto. I know they want to give you the crypto profits for your house to pay off, but they just told me they'll give you a little extra for this. So I was like, well, even if they didn't, I think I want to get one. So I went and looked at one that was a 2-hour drive. It about the same year. The front AC vents don't work off the motor, you know, the regular ones. The inside AC worked fine, you know, like off the generator or whatever. And one of the leveling jacks didn't work. And of course the paint, that's when I was like, I might need to get this thing wrapped. So there's another one I went to look at, the one I'm telling you about now, and pretty much everything works. AC blows great out of the vents, the regular vents, and then the inside worked great too. Nice condition, only had 36,000 miles. The other one had 60,000 miles. Both were diesel pushers. This one's just about $3,000 more than they were asking for the other one. He said the slide's not coming out, and the little step, the automatic step when you walk up to go inside, wasn't coming out. Minor issues. He goes, typically 9 times out of 10 it's just a relay for maybe both, but for sure like the slide, usually that's what it is. It's not usually the motor. But he said no matter what, we're fixing it. So we're not charging you any difference. That's the price. We're not coming down on the price. He's like, got a lot of interest, of course. I'm like, no, the price, I'm not worried. So they're going to fix all that stuff, which is 2 things. And but I couldn't go for a test drive because he's like, we don't really know the condition of the slide, and the last thing we want is this thing to like come out or something. So he goes, let us fix that, give us a little deposit, and then you can go for a final test drive. I'll just put down that it's contingent. You'll get a refund if you don't like the bus, you know, the RV, on the test drive. He goes, but I'm telling you now because we've already driven it, it's fine, it's great. It's only got 36,000 miles on it, and the generator's been barely used too. Again, all diesel. Diesel gets better mileage or longer generator time. Probably has a 90-gallon tank, if I had to guess. The other one did. This one can also pull 10,000 pounds of weight if I need to. And I thought, well, that'll come in handy if I go to New Mexico and stuff. I might as well take this and live in this out there. Why pay for Airbnb? But again, like, we got to get through the end of the year. Asteroid stuff, meteors, crazy Democrats. I mean, all that stuff. And I don't know how bad this is going to. Again, I hope it's not going to be very bad at all. I hope everybody's going to be safe with this. But they are picking up. I'm noticing a small pickup on these now. Now they're, oh, here's one. Okay. Woo dude said it. And again, he's been telling me for months. As we get closer, like, he goes, it may be noticeable in August, honestly. Like, oh, there's definitely an uptick. He goes, but like September, October, there's going to be some kind of event where everybody says something to themselves like, okay, something's going on. We got a little issue here. And we're looking at the sky. So whether that's a giant planetary body that's going by, and behind it comes the asteroids, or a light thing in the sky that looks crazy, that are these little big, I should say, asteroids that we can actually see at night somehow, and maybe they're breaking apart all over the place, because of our friendly help. Anyways, I don't know, but I felt like I want the soup. Why? Soup has liquid in it. You could drink it, right? And the contents, of course, chicken noodle, whatever. And I know one was chicken noodle. I think I got vegetable, Amy's organic vegetables actually on that one. And then the third one again was like tuna fish, cans of tuna fish. All that stuff, absolutely. I mean, it'll last years and years. I'm the only one. Hopefully, might need it at the end of the year. Hopefully, we don't need it at all. At the same time, friends, family, have a little extra. Okay, help some people out. So I felt it's time to grab a little bit more. So I just want to share that with you. Again, if you guys happen to catch any other ones that I haven't shown you yet of this kind of stuff, asteroids and meteors or whatever, just go to realistnews.net and just submit, hey Joe, I got one for you, or whatever. And if it's a link, just put the link in there. If it's your own video, you can't do an attachment. You'll just have to email me through that site, and then I'll just email you back basically and say, okay, send it here. But for the most part, I would imagine you probably have a link to Twitter or YouTube or some source site that I can just go look at it. So that's it. I just want to share that with you, and take care.